y'all, thanks for stopping by. I thought it would be really fun to do a garden tour since it's been some time. So I think we'll start over here. Our nettle is pretty much done. It's already went to seed. And our elderberry tree is starting to put on berries. And I have some sad news. The babies are gone. I don't know what happened to those, if they were big enough to fly away or if something got them. I'm unsure, so I don't know what happens, but we are really sad that those babies aren't there anymore. Our mint is looking really good, and I am so excited. Our Mexican sunflowers are starting to bloom, and they are so beautiful, just as beautiful as I had hoped. And this plant is getting really big. We've got several zinnias here, and a lot of them didn't come up. I'm not sure if that's user error or if the seeds just weren't the best. I just got mine at the Dollar Tree. I have more Mexican sunflowers, and I actually got these seeds from Walmart, and they were only 50 cents, so I was super happy about that. This is our Honeycrisp apple tree, and I'll come show you the other apple tree. I thought this was supposed to be a Jonathan apple tree, but we're thinking it might be different because the apples have never turned red. But it is really getting loaded, and the apples are getting really big, like you can see there, and there's big bunches. I'm trying to remember when it was that we harvest them. I think it's either end of July or into August. And there's some plum trees, and our peach trees are not doing good. This is our pear tree, and it is loaded as well. As you can tell, the poor limbs are drooping down, and they're getting really big, and it looks really, really good. This is our Santa Rosa plum tree. It is doing okay. It's kind of struggled a little bit this year, but we did get a few plums off of it. And I guess we'll just look here. We've got some mint, I believe that's spearmint, and horseradish, and our flame willow that I did not get cut back, and it is super tall. Last year I cut this thing back to the ground, and by the end of the summer it was done this tall. So this thing grows really, really fast. So, okay, I think that's everything there. And this poor garden, it has almost been neglected. We have had so many things going on that I have not been able to attend to it the way I would like. So it's kind of like a hands-off garden, and I'm really, really glad that I did this ground cover because it has helped so much. So we've got some yarrow here that looks pretty still. We've already been taking some of our comfrey off. I've got a few extra tomato plants in here. That's the marshmallow. It is doing great. I moved it from back there, and there's one there and one there, and they're both doing really good. Now, our towers, we had an incident, and I'm gonna step back in case that air conditioner's a little loud. We had an incident where I came out and these towers were tipped over. There was a dead bird, and I'm not sure what happened. With our investigative work, and like detective work, we kind of came to the conclusion that maybe a bigger bird, like a hawk or something, came in and thought that these were going to be a lot more stable than they were, and they just all toppled over instead, and it has not been good. The strawberries are pretty much dead. The nasturtiums are pretty much dead. Like, nothing really survived. So this was kind of an experiment to see if I was going to like doing our strawberries that way. And on top of having to water them a lot more frequently, like I had to do it every day, especially as the days have been hotter. We've been having like 105 heat indexes. So I think I may just not do the strawberries that way. I think I would rather have them in the ground, but I do like it quite a lot for lettuce. So I think I may continue that. But that's kind of our update on that. It was kind of a crazy situation, and I'm still not 100% sure. That's just our best guess as to what actually happened. Okay, so in here we have some more yarrow that I started from seed, I believe, in here. Well, maybe not. This is more that I took the cuttings from. I had one plant last year, and I broke it up into a whole bunch of plants. We got some chives and catnip, more comfrey. This is a really big mess over here, but I've got some basil and some more tomatoes, and we've got lemon balm. I eventually would like to take all of this out and put more of this ground cover down and do strawberries. So I would really like to do that. There's catnip there, and like I said, this is a weedy mess and really needs to be tended to. We have just had family things going on that we needed to attend to, and family is much more important, so that's more like #1 priority. You can see there are even butterflies. There's so many butterflies with all the flowers this year. And these beds really need attended to. I need to just put ground cover down. I would like to do broccoli here. I did not get that ordered, and I think I may try and do that this coming month, and maybe I can manage to still squeeze it in with our time frame. Let's see. So back there is lemon balm, and this is another elderberry tree. And this is our coleus that we had grown from seed this year. I'm trying to remember. I either got the seed at Dollar Tree or Walmart, and they look great. And I was even at Walmart the other day, and one of these plants, and I've got like a bunch of them in there, hopefully you can see. One about that size, I don't even think it was quite that big, was $8. And that seed packet was like $2 max. So that was a really good value there. And here is our strawberries, and we actually got rain. As you can see, there's some rainwater in there. We were super happy about that. These are our strawberries, and they are still putting on. I cannot believe how good they're doing this year. We got, just the other day, got a couple more handfuls of that. So I am super happy with those, and that's like another reason I'm thinking I might want to do those in the ground. They're doing so much better. We've got our sage that we started from seed last year. These are a couple of herbs we had picked up in town. This is a herb we grew from a cutting from the store, as well as this thyme. And this is the sage that we grew from seed this year. So you can see a big difference. I wasn't sure if this one was going to come back or not. We had a really cold winter, but it did, and I was super happy about that. Here we have some alyssum, and this is another cutting that we took from just like the herbs in like the fresh fruit section in your grocery store. I just took a cutting from that and started it, and it's doing great. And we also have a sensitive plant. This is super cool. If you touch it, you see that the leaves fold up. It is really fun. There it goes. It's really fun, and we really enjoy that. We did have more pots of that, but the ants took them over. So actually, another cool thing is that we had an ant pile right here, and we also had ants in that pot that the sensitive plant was in. So we threw the other ants in here, and it like basically killed all the ants. There's like nothing there. So that's pretty cool. I mean, there's a few here and there, but it's like nothing. Everything was mounded up. So it is like nothing compared to what it was. So I think that is the best way to get rid of ants. And let's see. So this is our tri-colored butterfly bush. It is really pretty too. The butterflies and hummingbirds have been loving this thing. And let's see, so here's our big rainwater tank, and it's doing really good. After I fertilized everything, we were down to about right here, and now we're here, so that's good. And this is our other elderberry tree. This one used to be super small, and this year it is doing really good. It has moved up and is like my favorite one now. It is really beautiful. I even captured a cute little video with the hummingbird in the elderberry tree yesterday. It was really cute. I'm sure hopefully you can hear them. They're really cute, but that is going to be a lot of elderberries. And we also dehydrate those, and we also leave some too for the wildlife because they love it as well. And I am super happy, hopefully I can show that, how nice our flower garden is this year. We grew most everything. Oh, there was a hummingbird in it. We grew most everything from seed last year, and it has done amazing. Even these hibiscus, I grew from seeds that I had saved, and I was really surprised that they bloomed last year, and they're even bigger and blooming this year. But I am super happy with how that's looking this year. Our in-ground garden is growing good. I do have to water this a whole lot more than I do the raised beds, but they're still doing really good. We have got peppers turning and tomatoes turning, and we've even down here got some, I'll let you see here, we've got more peppers back there, and got some really big tomatoes starting here, and there's more, so they are getting big. We got our lantana flowers, 2 different varieties here, and these echinacea I grew from seed last year, and they are just blooming this year, so I was really happy about that. I threw some zinnia flowers in here, and those are starting to grow. These woolly lamb's ear, though, I grew from seed many years ago, and I just took a cutting from it. So as well as the yarrow, I just took a cutting from one I had got from the store last year. And this is our bee balm. Look at some of the colors on this bee balm. It is beautiful. Like, we've got so many different colors. I just love it so much, and the bees and the insects, they love it too. This place has been just buzzing. There are so many things that love it. And we've got a few hibiscus. I've got more echinacea. There's even more echinacea hiding in there. As you can see, the bees, like the bees and the butterflies, they just love this. And let's see, more echinacea. Look at that beautiful hibiscus flower. It is so pretty. And I've got some woolly lambs here. I've also got some portulaca down here. I've got another one. Yeah, I completely went over it. I wasn't looking close enough. These I got from Walmart. Weeds are kind of taken over a little bit, but they are really pretty little flowers. And last year I had a plant and it like stood up to the heat so well. So I really, really like that. And we've got some, I believe this is rudbeckia in here. And there's another portulaca, and these are new this year, and actually I love them so much that I went and got more seeds from the Dollar Tree because they are like my new favorite. Even my husband was saying how pretty they are. This is Shasta Daisy, and it is really, really pretty. Let's see, we have more bee balm and yarrow, and that's more echinacea that's just about to bloom. This is another variety of what is it, the rudbeckia, I believe. I like black-eyed Susan. These are the Maximilian sunflowers, and those are starting to bloom. Those are a perennial sunflower, and I planted all kinds of just regular like annual sunflowers too, and it is starting to open up as well. It's so pretty. I planted all kinds of different varieties, and we've got more of the hibiscus here. I just cannot believe those are so beautiful, and they were so easy to just grow from seed. And the ones in the fruit area are really, really big. Here's more. I don't know if this one's blanket flower or just the rudbeckia, but it is really pretty. There's more down there. And look at these hibiscus. These ones are white. They are so pretty. I love this. We've got like white ones and pink ones. I just love it. They are so pretty. I am super, super happy with them, but I don't think they last very long, kind of like a day or so. So I was kind of worried that I might miss it, but I think we were able to get some. And this is more of the Maximilian sunflowers. I love how they just bloom down the whole stalk. They're so beautiful. I love the multi-head sunflowers. And let's see, now we have our cherry tomatoes. This one is massive. It is almost as tall as me. It is getting so big. It's really hard to see the tags of what they are. In previous videos, I have gone over what they are. So we have several cherry tomatoes there. This one I can see is a Snow White. This is a store-bought one. It's not quite tall enough to tie it up yet, so that's why it's laying here till it gets a little bigger. And this is our Snow White that we grew from seed. So it's doing really, really good. It's got, I believe it's got little tomatoes on it too somewhere. I know I've seen them. I just can't find them right now. Yeah, there they are. Look at how big those are compared to the store-bought ones. Like, they are doing super, super good. So this is kind of like one of my trials I'm doing. I believe these are Sun Sugars, and these are my children's favorite. So those are getting really big too. And let's see, here is a Sun Sugar from the store. So yeah, here's another example. Like, it's not tall enough yet to where I can put it up on the arbor yet. I need to let it get a little bit taller, but that's a store-bought one. This is one we grew. So they both are doing pretty good, but I was trying to like show the bunches. There's the bunches there versus the bunches from the ones that we grew. So I think ours do a whole lot better. And let's see, this is a moonflower here. I'm hoping that does good. I've never grown that before, and I just seen the seeds at Dollar Tree. These are some zinnias, and it's so funny. Years ago, we were trying to get yellow zinnias, and I just buy like the random packages from Dollar Tree, and we never got yellow, and we have so many yellow ones this year. I just thought that was so funny. And we also have Malabar spinach. That is a great green that grows all summer long, even in the heat. So we have that. I've got a few zinnias that ended up coming in here or that ended up making it and germinating. I planted a ton, but only a few made it. And let's see. So yeah, that's more cherry tomatoes there. And I put a few coleus in here. I had a bunch of extras and I didn't know what to do with them, so I put them here. I also tried in the back with the zinnias. I tried to do a salvia I had got from Baker Creek, and they germinated just fine, but they did not like the transplant, so they ended up all dying. And this one's like a little petite one. It's really cute, a little petite zinnia. And look at also, if y'all caught our auction video where we showed our bird bath that we had got for really cheap. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was like $10-12, something like that. I clean this almost every day, and the birds have the little sunflower seeds, so it gets messy every day, but it does get cleaned. I'm at the end of the day now. But this thing was like kind of black because it was old and hadn't been cleaned. And Robert got out here and scrubbed this thing, and it looks amazing. So we are super happy with that, and that is actually the bird's favorite. It holds more water, it's not as steep, and it's kind of like being concrete, more grippy, so they love it a whole lot. And oh, another thing, and I seen the suet here, it reminded me, I have been so excited. We have had the painted bunting come so many times, and we've seen it for the first time last year. That was like my #1 2C bird, and it keeps coming to this suet with the berry suet, and I'm so excited. And it actually has been coming right up here next to the house, to the window where I can see, and eating the food off of the ground even. So I am super excited. We also have a male and female and a juvenile male tanager that like this too. So we are super excited about that. Our massive catnip, there's the little hummingbirds. Our massive catnip, and this one is, this cherry tomato is a sweetheart cherry tomato. I have a guy's book, I think his name is Will Bonzel, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and he grows and saves a lot of seeds. That's some from him that I've just always wanted to grow. We've got more cherry tomatoes in there, and these are all of our sweet potato experiments. You can kind of see how some are doing better than others. And we have lots of blooms, and if you get to looking down in there, there are lots of tomatoes too. They're a little easier to see on the other side. And I have more sad news. The little babies that were in this nest have disappeared too. I don't know what happened, if it was birds. I have noticed like the blue jays coming around and like mama and daddy like trying to get them away. We have had issues with hawks, and we've even had a bald eagle around. So I don't know if that's what happened to them, if they just got big enough and they could fly away. I'm not sure, but sadly they are not there anymore. So it is kind of sad on the little baby bird front here, but at least we have all the other birds. And our sweet potatoes are doing so good. They're like coming into the aisles. And I think we'll start here. These are our paste tomatoes, and they are doing pretty good. I need to tie that one up better. Like I said, I have completely neglected the garden. Okay, also, I just realized there's okra back here too. It is really, really growing. It is loving the heat. And let's see, I'm trying to remember. I think these are Amish paste tomatoes right here. And you can tell where the Amish paste stop and the other variety starts. Now this one is the one that I thought I would like the most. It's called Tachi. I had got it from Haas Tools, and I almost didn't get anything else because I thought I was gonna like this one the most. Well, it was not happy with all of the rain that we got recently and our wet spring that we had. So it was really struggling, but it's starting to do a little better now. I also have this variety. It's a Shelby variety. It's made specifically for the South. So I have high hopes for it, and it actually is looking really, really good. So I'm curious to see how well it does and what ends up producing the most. But right now, the Amish paste, the tomatoes look bigger, and I know it's not as bushy of a plant, but it's bigger, and the tomatoes also are bigger. So I'm really curious as far as production and also flavor too, because that matters a lot to me as well. Okay, so this bed we have mostly like slicer tomatoes. Oh, there's a hummingbird. Hopefully you can see it. We have mostly slicer tomatoes. We've got all kinds of different varieties and colors. I remember this one was a triple crop because it was a potato leaf, and look how tall it is. It's almost to the top of the trellis there. I'm trying to remember. I know there's like a Chef's Choice orange, I believe, and I do believe I've got black creme in here. It's hard to see the tags, they're so big, but they're doing good too. And you can see there's tomatoes in there. I know there was a Chef's Choice orange in here somewhere because we were getting we had got a tomato off of it, but I don't see, so it must have been here. Yeah, see, there's some. This is the store-bought one. It's got tomatoes. They're a little bit ahead the others, but the plants are really small. Okay, so that's our slicer tomatoes, and this is our pepper and sweet potato bed. It is really, really exploding, and I can really tell the difference in all of our sweet potato experiments. And so we also have the catnip up front. I just love it. It's pretty purple flowers. But something we're having an issue with this year is squash bugs in our peppers. Now, we have had issues with this in the past, and sometimes they will even like bore into the peppers. We've had that issue before, but there's so many of them, I don't really know what to do. So this is why I plant a whole lot. So if there is issues with pests or whatever, we can kind of just deal with it just by producing more. So they are looking really good. These are our favorite gypsy peppers, and I cannot believe how loaded they are, how big they're getting. Like, they're already taller than the tomato cages, and it's like, what, the middle of June? Yeah, just a little past the middle of June. So that is pretty cool. They are just loaded. Like, look at that. Like, we are gonna have to come and do a harvest video, so y'all be sure and subscribe, or be on the lookout if you are subscribed, so you can see our harvest video. And these are the King Arthur peppers. Hopefully I can get here and show you. Look at how beautiful that is. Like, that is a beautiful stuffing pepper. And we still have issues with the squash bugs, but so far everything's doing okay. There's even more of these King Arthur peppers, and like, look at that. That is amazing. Let's see. I know I've got, I'll show you here in just a moment. I know where it is now. I had to think for a minute where it is. But these are more King Arthurs. Like, this is like my favorite bell pepper that I ever found to grow. So it is doing really, really good. I think this might be the heatless habanero. Oh no, it's not. This must be that new one that I grew. It's what is it called? Zulu or Lisa? I'm not sure. From Baker Creek. That's what that is. That's really cool. And then this one is this one's the Lisa, because they have a little pointy bit there. So they're really cool. I was really excited to grow that one. They said that was like their sweetest one. And I was going to show, so we seen the King Arthur and how big those peppers are. Like, there's some that are even bigger, and just look at the size of the plant too. And down here is one of the California Wonders. I think it was like an orange California Wonder I had got from the local feed store. Look how tiny, if I can get you in here to see, look how tiny the pepper is, as well as the plant. Like, it has got like a whole big area to go to even be at the top of the plant, and these are like pretty much at the top. So this is why I like varieties, and like certain varieties, it makes a big difference. The King Arthurs are a really big one for us, as well as the gypsies. So there's even more of those loaded in here, and more of our sweet potatoes. And these are two crops that we grow. Like, this is like a 4-foot by 16-foot bed, and in this bed, the past few years, we've been able to grow enough of peppers and enough of sweet potatoes for our family for the year. So it really does not take a lot of space to do that. I think I just felt a raindrop. And we also did another experiment. We harvested our potatoes, which we did really good. I was really happy about. That's the first time we've actually had success with potatoes. And look at there's the tanager. I don't know if you can see him or not. He just flew away. That's really cool. So we harvested the potatoes, and I didn't want to just leave this fallow. So we planted our sugar pie pumpkins, I believe is what it is. It might be Amish sugar pie pumpkins, but something like that. I had just saved seeds from, and I planted it pretty dense because we usually have a lot of issues with germination because it's so hot. But I think we just timed it just right. It was a good day with our garden planting calendar, and it all seemed to work out pretty well. Not all of them have germinated, but for the most part they have, and if they don't, I think that will be okay. There's enough that has that it will be just fine. So I am really excited. And also, last year was the first year we grew enough of pumpkins for our family for the year too. So hopefully we'll be able to do that as well. It is starting to rain just a little bit. So this is our fruit area. This has worked great. Where the comfrey actually did come up, that was kind of my plan all along, just all of them did not end up making it. So we're gonna try and continue on with that in the fall, I think. But we have blackberries down here. These are a special variety, and they're looking really, really good. and the birds have been liking them too, but that's okay. We were sat here at the window the other day and watched the little baby cardinals. They were so cute, just bouncing around all in there and having the best time in the berry patch. It was worth it just to see that. It was so cute. Okay, so these are also hibiscus. These are not as big as the other ones. These are more like the size of the ones in the garden bed. But look at those down there. Like, they're taller than the rain barrel. I cannot believe that. But yeah, these are all the same. I grew those from seed last year, so I'm really happy with that. And we have some grapes here and some blackberries down here. I have lots of different varieties. This is a table grape here, and I didn't think we had any, but we actually do. Not much. It's kind of pitiful, but we actually have a few. And let's see. I know we have some on these ones. These are more wine grapes, and they're looking really good. I need to get the covers on them. They can tell we had some really hot days because they're kind of burning up. And let's see. We have our raspberries. They are doing good. I'm super excited about that. I think one of them even had, I don't know if they're gonna make it, but there are a few berries on it. And then this is a blackberry. This one's almost done. We have picked so many berries. Like, I would probably guess 20 pounds or more of berries. And look at all the blackberries there. Like, we really need to come do a harvest video because there are so many things. More raspberries, and this is another blackberry and another grape. But we have harvested so many things. This is like our blueberry area. I think the blueberries are just about done. There's one there, and we've tackled these weeds once, and they don't need to be tackled again. But there's another one. This one is the pink lemonade. So there's that one. And oh yeah, there's still some right there. So we still need to come get those too. And I think, yeah, there's another one right there. And we have a lot of hibiscus here. And that one isn't open just yet. It'll be open tomorrow. And the bees love the comfrey. They love that so much. And we have a black raspberry here. And it did have fruit on it, but I think it dried up. I really think our area is just too hot for that. And this blackberry plant is one I got at Tractor Supply a few years ago. And it has produced so many blackberries. Now, they may not be the biggest or the sweetest, but it is very, very productive. I have been really, really happy with that. And we found that in here, there is a blueberry. I don't know if you can tell, but that's a blueberry limb. And I'm so happy. I thought it had died. So there is that too. We have another blueberry. And this is a blackberry. Look how thick the stalks are. And yeah, these ones that we tried to replant didn't make it, and they're just so thick, and we've had such strong windstorms that they're kind of blowing over, but hopefully the others will make it. We have more blackberries there, and look at this big one here. Oh my goodness, that's a big one. And this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is the Ponca variety. It's like a seedless and really sweet variety. I may have it mixed up. That may be it. I can't remember. I really need to get these labeled better. And let's see. Down here, I'm trying to remember. Yes, these are like the baby blueberries that we kind of grew out last year. They were more like cuttings. I'm trying to remember. I think the one that was in here died. There's one there. Really need to weed again. One there. And there is one here too, and something dug, and I don't know if it's going to make it. But look at how pretty the hibiscus is. And it's tall too. Like, it is taller than me. And it's so pretty. And our rain barrels are full here, so that's good. And we have even more hibiscus. That's really pretty. And oh, that's cool. I just noticed that's what it looks like after it loses all the flowers and everything. That's really cool. Let's see. So here's another blueberry. It's doing okay, but I think they're pretty much over. These are more blackberries like that are in the front there. These are some flowers that I winter sowed and put in here. I probably won't do that again. It was that was a lot of work, and a lot of them didn't end up making it. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do that again. I think I'm just going to direct sow them next year. And let's see. I think that's it. We've got more hibiscus and a few more of those blackberries. And here's another Mexican sunflower. I'm super happy with it. It's just about to bloom. I was so excited yesterday whenever I'd seen the others. And we've got some zinnias. I think actually these were growing in the ground cover here in the walkway, and I dug them up and they ended up making it, which was great. And I've got a bunch of spots where it didn't come up. Also this Cosmo, I believe I dug up out of the ground cover too, and it came up, so that was great. And another blueberry and another yarrow. So there we go there with that. And we're almost done. Let's see. We have another elderberry. So I've got 4 different elderberries all around the house. So we have that, and it's actually working great with the air conditioner. I was saying the other night how much cooler our bedrooms is, and it is awesome how well it works. And also it's got lots of berries on it too. We've got more comfrey and more elderberries. They are doing great. This one, if I'm not mistaken, I just planted last year from a cutting from the one in the back. So that is awesome. Let's see. I also planted out at the store. They had, what was it called? Elephant ears on sale for 75 cents. And that was something on my list I wanted to grow. So I planted a few here and there. And also that reminds me, we had recently got new internet. And the guy, whenever he came, he was talking and he said that he has lived here all of his life and he never knew of anybody that grew blueberries. So we thought that was really cool because we have quite a few blueberries and they're actually doing pretty good. So we were really excited about that. Thought that was really neat. And let's see. So we have a lot of mint in front of the garden here. And I also planted more of those elephant ears. I think I did another one back there. We'll see if they come up. I don't know. For 75 cents, I thought it was fun to just try. And we planted our banana tree that we had inside. It struggled a little bit coming outside. What is the word? Hardened it off as best as I could, but it still struggled with the heat. But it looks like it's doing it's really happy and doing really good right now with its new leaves. So I'm curious how big it'll get now. And let's see. So we've got orange mint here, and we've got mojito mint here. And I also put in a few more of those elephant ears, and I've got apple mint. And I think that's it for everything here. I did have some black hollyhocks planted back there, but I think the mint took it over and I don't see it anymore. So I'm not sure if we still have that. I used to have that and marshmallow, but I don't see them anymore. And under this elderberry tree, we have some chocolate mint. So I think that is pretty much everything that we have. The garden has grown so much since the last garden tour, and there are so many flowers and so much abundance too. It's producing. It's awesome. We are super, super excited. Hopefully y'all can subscribe and come along with us because we would love to share. I'm going to share more things of what we do with our harvest and things like that. So thank y'all all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we really appreciate y'all being here. Y'all take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye.